welcome back to River City Runs Red, our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle here on Restless Barbarian Gaming. I am your storyteller, Aloysius, here with my lovely players, I guess we'll start with Tom, because I promised I wouldn't pick on Jen first.
Absolutely fine. Hey, this is Tom, aka Bullthrow on the internet. I am playing Ephraim, a young Malkavian DJ who is a humble and kind soul at heart.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
There you go. Am I next?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm Jen. I'm playing Delilah Cole, who is a Nosferatu, and she's kind of a new vampire, so she's still learning things a bit, and she prefers to eat from rats than humans because she feels like that's more ethical.
I guess I'm next. Hi, I'm Nanette. I'll be playing Whisper, and yeah, I'm Toriado, who also speaks English. Yeah, thank you all.
Hi, I'm Tiara. I am playing Yvain Mallory, a awkward girl failure part of history.
She's doing her best.
She's just trying real hard. She's just a girl.
Just a girl trying to make her way through the world.
Exactly.
Well, last we left off our coterie, they were sharing information that they had gathered on Marcus when Rick had done a little digging of his own through some of his records and discovered that, based off of what information you all were able to provide for him, that Marcus may be what is known as a sunburner, which is a thin blood who follows the path of the sun, which has ties to the Black Hand. And when you were deliberating on your next course of action, Rick messaged you informing you all that your thin blood informant Cece was dead.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shouldn't call in sick.
Yeah, I was just say some shit happens when you miss sessions sometimes. That's just how it goes.
There was a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot.
Woof. Rest in peace.
Yep, rip CC. But we will be picking up the night after you all got this news. So you have a little bit of time from the night previous / when you're first rousing to do any small things that you may or may not want to do before you are all called upon.
Ephraim is probably checking with the club to see if our boy Marcus has been in.
You check in with security, and Grimory has taken your words to heart, and security has been bolstered. And upon reviewing the security footage, it does not appear that Marcus has made a reappearance at the club.
Okay. Other than that, he's probably planning on meeting up with the coterie again tonight. It's starting to put a cramp in his social life, but this is kind of the path he was chosen for. So he'll sacrifice what he needs to, I guess, and we'll meet up with the gang again.
All right. Anybody else want to do some little small things here or there before you all meet up?
Has Yvain heard at all? I forgot his name. I'm so sorry. But has Yvain heard from our friend at that one shindig we went to?
Oh, Marcus?
Marcus, yeah.
He has not texted her yet.
Okay.
Yeah, based off of his personality, you have a feeling he may or may not be being a little bit of a tease, leaving you on the hook for a little bit.
Okay. Does the rest of the coterie
that's just an educated
know...
guess.
I mean, that's fair. You gotta play the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does the rest of the coterie know yet about what happened with Delilah? Like, did we find that out while I was gone? Or no, not yet?
Yes, Delilah informed everybody about what had happened to her.
Okay. All right. If the coterie is going to be meeting up tonight, I think that I wrote out a whole schedule for her. I really, really did. What day of the week is it? If you don't mind me asking.
Ooh, that is a good question. Give me one moment.
No problem.
Because we've been a little wibbly wobbly with it, but I can give you a definitive day.
Well, in episode 4, you said it was. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, come for me in the comments, haters. It's
Exactly.
fine.
Please hate on us if we don't know what day it is.
Yeah,
All right. Yes.
Okay, to my best educated guess, I will say it is a Tuesday.
Okay, it's a Tuesday. Then that means she is streaming. Okay, so that is what she's going to do. She probably messages, pages the coterie that with them. Probably what time do we rise normally?
Well, it's late in the year. It's bordering on winter, so
gets darker earlier.
So it gets darker early, so maybe 6:30.
Okay. Yeah, then Yvain will page the group that she will meet up with them around 11:30 probably. Because she has to stream tonight, so she'll probably do that from about 6 to 9:30. Or, wait, I'm sorry, 6 to 10:30 is what I meant.
I was gonna say she just needs 2 hours to mentally prepare to meet up with people in real life.
I mean, honestly, after you've seen what she's like when she gets into this other personality, so I wouldn't be surprised. I need to regroup.
Yeah, she needs an hour to settle down, and then another hour to mentally prepare herself to venture out into the world.
Like we all do.
Yeah, exactly. So, Yvain, relatable icon.
She aims to be. No, she doesn't, but that's okay. So yeah, I think that's what she's going to be doing. She will stream to her lovely fan base for a few hours and then mentally prepare to go and beat the coterie.
It sounds good. Delilah, Whisper, are either of you up to anything before you all meet up?
If Delilah knows that Yvain streams, she's just gonna watch today. But if she doesn't know that, then something else, I guess,
Say, I do not believe, well, Delilah is the sort who could potentially find out that information, but Yvain, would you have shared that information with any members of the coterie at all?
You're
Might
muted.
be on mute. Uh-oh.
She mentioned cats
I
before.
was say, yeah, I was gonna say she
Yeah.
might be wrangling
It
cats.
could be that. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wait.
That's very possible.
hmm
Let's move over to Whisper.
We'll say, because I don't know if she necessarily would have shared that information, but
I
if you
don't
want,
know.
I would say, but if you want to try and find her,
Mhm.
because you're you,
Right.
yeah, if you would like to make me a intelligence, we'll say intelligence investigation,
Okay.
roll.
Investigation and then intelligence.
Yes.
Okay. Investigation and then intelligence.
Yes, to
And
use context clues that you know about her
Ooh.
to try and find her stream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Did that work?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure you're on the chat messages tab.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Yep. 4 successes. So.
Neat.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you definitely managed to track down Evane's stream and
Yeah. I'm not gonna
watch
type
her.
anything. I'm just gonna
Lurk.
lurk.
Yeah.
What Nosferatus do? They sit in the
Exactly.
darkness and they lurk.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lurker in the comments.
Mhm.
I know all your secrets. Oh, that's great.
All right, so you just watch her stream?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Is it a name that I would be able to piece together or no?
Oh, from me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she's I don't know if she's gonna put in a name or just sit in the chat.
Oh, it's just anonymous.
Yeah, something like
65.
that. Yeah.
One.
To not freak you out, So, mhm.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Yep, she's just gonna lurk,
that's what we
as
do.
Nosferatu do.
Mhm.
Perfect.
All right, Whisper, are you doing anything before the meeting?
Actually, no. I'm just going to catch up whenever I have it setting. So they're all undead stuff. Nothing more.
All right.
All right. Can all of you make rouse checks for me?
Okay.
Since it is the following night.
All right. I
Still
got
cool.
a success.
Okay, success.
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 I have failed a single rouse check this entire game, except in the first section. So.
Okay, sorry. I got a 10.
Okay, so success, definitely.
Mhm.
All right, sounds good. So none of you get any hungrier. We love when that happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, are you all planning on meeting up in any place particular?
Was it our favorite Starbucks or whatever? We had,
The local Denny's?
Denny's.
Oh, the Denny's. That's
it was
right.
the Denny's. Yes.
That's right. It was the Denny's.
Yeah.
That's fine with me.
Okay.
We should be able to get a private booth, just like on Happy Days. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. You have your own designated booth reserved solely for you, and no one else is ever allowed to sit there.
We could
Right.
also meet at Ephraim's club.
That's another idea.
I could do that.
It's loud there, so you know.
Yeah, and I've got station there.
Mm.
Okay. Storyteller, where do we meet? So.
All right. You can meet at. Oh.
Yeah, I thought you froze a minute. That's all.
Nope, not yet. We'll wait for that to happen, though.
Oh yeah,
because it's bound to
yeah,
happen.
that'll happen.
We all know it's an inevitability,
Right.
but for now,
Mhm.
it will say that you all end up getting a message from Rick.
Okay.
It's telling you a designated meeting point.
Okay.
Okay.
And when you all arrive, you see that you are standing outside the Diocese of Grand Rapids.
Oh.
Okay.
Hmm.
And he tells you that once you arrive to meet in the basement.
Okay.
Church basement?
Are we
or-
getting baptized or something?
Yes, the church basement.
Converted?
Converted. Oh my. Okay. Yeah. So Delilah's gonna wear her mask again because why not? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Evane will just kind of sidle into someone's shadow and follow the group in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go
Yeah,
just
from-
patrol them.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm saying let's go just patrol them.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Ephraim will probably bring up the rear. So just kind of looking around. I've never decided what religion he is, if he has any religion. So
He has any. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to remember if I said what his parents were, but
I don't remember.
it doesn't really matter. He's probably has equal disrespect for
For all religions.
for all religions, yes.
Any of all religions.
Exactly.
Just
Yeah.
equal disdain for all of them.
Yeah. So we'll would assume any kind of stairs would probably be to the sides or so we'll whatever looks like stairs going down we'll take those.
Do that.
So,
Mhm.
All right, sounds good.
the upper basement is not available, so
all right, you do you do find a stairway that ends up leading down to a door, and on the door is a sort of like a makeshift sign that says closed for cleaning.
Well, guess we can go in.
okay, back to the club. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Oh well, it says it's closed, so I guess we gotta leave.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. If I'm in front, I'm gonna sort of push on the door.
All right.
Yeah.
We're undead.
It's-
We're not rude. So.
Yeah. Yeah. It opens with relative ease.
Okay.
Sort of like lets out a moaning, creaking sound, but
Old.
you have no issue opening it.
Okay. I'm gonna walk through.
All right, you walk through, and in a there's sort of like a hallway that stretches down a little bit and sort of like low lit at the moment, but you do see light coming from one doorway at the end of the corridor, and you hear from the room, "We're in here."
Okay. I'll just keep walking.
Follow.
All right. You all walk forward and sort of like turn into the room, and it appears to be a like fairly bare room, wooden floors, wooden walls, a bunch of like folding chairs off to the side, and in the center of the room, you see a table in the middle with a white sheet covering a figure that is laying on the table. And by the table, you see Rick, and you see another man who's a little bit taller than Rick. Well-groomed, very long beard, Middle Eastern, very well dressed in sort of like a red floral vest, and they both look to you, and Rick says, "Glad you guys could make it."
Mm-hmm. What are we doing?
Well, I thought it best that you.
Is this a funeral?
No, nothing like that. More of an autopsy, I suppose.
Oh.
Do I recognize the other gentleman?
You do vaguely recall him conversing with Rick and the sheriff on that first night at Elysium.
Okay.
But you don't necessarily know who he is.
Okay.
But you do recognize him.
Okay. Okay. All right. So it wouldn't be out of place for him to be here.
No.
If it was okay for someone. Okay. Ephraim's going to kind of slide around to the other side of the. They sitting on kind of one side of the table.
The other Rick is sort of like on the side of the table, and the other man is sort of on like the opposite side of the doorway.
Okay. All right. Ephraim is going to go slide next to Rick, and yeah, I've never been to an autopsy. It's you check that off my list, I guess.
She must seem quite young if there's enough to autopsy.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way. Although, yeah, just how young is a little difficult to tell. And he sort of like takes the corners of the sheets and folds it down to reveal sort of like her chest up to her head. And she is a horribly burnt husk with like bits of hair that didn't quite burn up, sort of just like sticking out to the side. You can tell that there and me freezing up. There's been me. Oh, okay, not quite permanently yet, but you see that there are like signs of slight decay going on, but the exact extent is covered up by the severity of the burns, because a good portion of her is charred black and cracked in a similar fashion to how your hands were, Delilah.
Right. I bet I know who did this.
Yeah, I think we have a suspect. Where was she found? Possibly.
She was found outside my office building.
That seems strange.
So we think deliberately left there as a sign.
Someone's trying to send a message.
It certainly could be.
Has she been around the office building lately, or has she been staying away?
Seems like something you would do to a snitch.
Yeah.
My thoughts exactly.
Well,
I wasn't exactly sure as to the extent of Marcus's suspicions about her, but I'm sure he noticed when she started going around that house less and less.
Yeah.
In retrospect, perhaps we should have put some kind of, I don't know, security detail with her. There's only us, however, so.
Yeah.
But there was also the risk that somebody noticed security detail.
Well, who's doing the autopsy?
And you hear the other man speak up. I am. And you see him sort of like put on some gloves.
Well, he knows what he's doing then.
Okay. I'll just stand over here and watch.
And you see as he sort of like pulls the sheet off the rest of the way and sort of folds it down at the end of the table, and cuts a Y incision into her torso. And I'm not gonna go into all the exact details of here. It's been forever since I took forensics, but but he sort of like goes through the various steps and assesses that she couldn't have been more than a few years old as a kindred by how little she decayed, and the state of her internal organs are still relatively intact for the most part. And that with the intensity of the burns on the exterior of her body, it seems that she was burned very quickly and intensely, likely before she even had a chance to do anything about it.
This seems a lot more serious than what happened to you, Delilah.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said that this seems a lot more serious than what happened to you, Delilah.
It wasn't as bad as what she got.
No.
And sorry, go on.
Yeah, do you still think it might be Marcus, or do you think he might be working with somebody else?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did you get a good look at the tool he used to burn you, Delilah?
Yeah, he grabbed my hands with his and set them on fire. That's what happened. And then my sire helped me to remedy that.
So he did it with some kind of power?
Yeah.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't expecting that.
Do we know anyone very into alchemy? I don't know.
Yes.
Could this be some kind of alchemic reagent, since he was messing around with different things to give himself different abilities as a thin blood?
I don't know.
Might be equivalent of acid for a vampire. Is there such a thing?
I don't know. I don't know.
And Rick says he very well could be working with others, but right now Marcus is Marcus and that house are really our only leads to go on.
Do you have cameras in your office?
In my office, yes, I do have a couple cameras.
Anything looking outside it that might have caught something? Do we think she died in front of your office, or do you think she was dropped off there?
From what I could tell, she looked like she had been placed there, as far as I could tell. I don't have any cameras to confirm that, but that's how it appeared.
Well, we definitely know for certain now that Marcus is a threat. And while that's not ideal, him being more of a threat than we originally thought might also be enough of a reason to spur help from other people. Who do we ask for help with this situation?
I don't know.
Ephraim looks at Rick, says, "This seems like a case of kindred murder, but are Thinbloods considered equal citizens under the prince's protection?"
Rick says, as nice and convenient as that would be, no, the prince will more than likely not see it that way, nor will the sheriff.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
However, due to the growing threat, I think it's best if I take a more direct involvement in what is happening. I know that is technically against my role as your shadow, but what kind of lawbringer would I be if I just let this go on for who knows how long and let a bunch of neonates deal with this by themselves?
Ephraim says nothing.
So what's the plan now? What do we do about Marcus? Should we just try and get him out of the city, or try and find out who else he might be working with? Because I don't think Sabat just in one person.
He's probably gone to ground. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna see him. I don't know how we could lure him out if we were going to do such a thing.
Well, we are monitoring the place he stays at. So, that actually reminds me. I'll check the time that before the time before the cops are found, and see if I can see Marcus coming out with CC or without. Basically, if there's any activity around the house at the time.
Well, you do recall when you were checking the cameras last night that Marcus left the house for about a 2-hour period and then returned later on.
And would this be about the time that he dropped off the corpse?
You did get the message from Rick not too terribly long after he got back to the house.
Okay, so that pretty much confirms he was at least involved if it wasn't purely him. Well, I tell that to the others just as another point of confirmation. I mean, that's what I'll say. We didn't know already, but
So if we know where he lives, or we think we know where he lives, do we have anyone who could check in on the house? Say if we have connections with the police to, I don't know, maybe swing by the place and just
Do a wellness check.
Exactly.
That might work. That might work.
We're concerned. Just a concerned citizen calling in to need a wellness check on a friend we haven't seen in a while.
Mm-hmm.
That's highly risky because if this is a bot, then they might start to risk to Masquerade if it starts in the cops.
They're cops. They'll make more. Don't worry.
I'm not worried about that.
Oh! I thought you were worried about the cops. Oh.
No, probably not.
Oh.
I'm worried about the Masquerade.
True.
Do we know any ghouls?
I don't.
No, Rick, I'm sure you know some.
I know a fair share of ghouls, yes.
Any with ties to law enforcement? Or in the law enforcement?
Oops, I think he's frozen.
I think he has frozen. Mm-hmm. Give it a minute.
My question broke him.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
Yep. I could potentially try and pull some strings with the Keeper of Elysium. I know she likes to keep a fair amount of blood dolls on hand. We can try and persuade her about letting us borrow one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, somebody potentially that Marcus doesn't recognize.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a deal.
Because he knows all of us, and Jose's busy, so we can't use him.
Yes. I think technically he does not know Whisper, but he does know the rest of you, yes.
No, he has seen me before.
He has seen you?
Yeah, he knows that I know Ephraim, but...
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you were there.
I forgot that you sort of like walked in, and that was the last straw of him being like, "I'm done. I'm over this."
It's a very weak connection, so I don't think he would. Well, I think he's probably on handler, so he'll notice that if I'm there.
So yes, he does know all of you then.
Yes.
Well, this is taking an interesting turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
It almost seems like he's keeping us prisoner.
I was just thinking that.
Wow. I'm gonna walk closer to the body, but not touch it. Like be like an arm's length away, and just kind of like see if I can determine anything. Because if Marcus is involved, it's probably he's the one that did this. You know? What do I roll?
Can you repeat the exact question you cut out during the first part?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay,
so Delilah's... problem. It's fine.
It's fine. Delilah's gonna walk a couple of steps closer to the body, not touch anything, and just kind of try to see like what happened. You know, with like my hands were burned. Did he burn all of her somehow? Is he getting stronger? You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's what she's trying to do.
All right, make me a wits investigation check.
Okay.
Investigation wits.
Oh, backwards?
Yeah,
well,
for Foundry, yes.
Yeah, for Foundry, yeah. I'm going to tell you the order. You got to put it in for Foundry.
Okay, so wits first or
investigation?
Investigation, then choose wits.
Okay, got that one. Choose wits. Here we go. Not a lot.
One success.
Yeah.
1 success.
Mhm.
Sort of like looking at it, you can't discern like too many specifics, but you notice that the like most amount, like the most immense amount of charring is sort of like around her left shoulder.
Oh, that's where it started.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll just back up again.
All right.
I know that the body is pretty badly burned, but like, by any chance, was there anything of import that survived, like that Cece was carrying, or in her pockets, or whatever else? Or is she like all burnt up?
And you see the other man sort of like turn around and pick a like small box of things up off the floor and sort of hand them over to you.
Mm-hmm.
These were the few things that we were able to collect from the corpse.
Okay. Can I look through the box?
Yep. As you sort of like rummage through them, you find some keys. You find sort of like a pleather wallet that's like all melty now. And you find a phone that like a slightly cracked phone that has some sort of like warping going on.
Okay. Well, 2 questions. One, do I think that we'd be able to recover anything from the phone, or do I think it's too badly damaged?
Honestly,
that's what I'm wondering, because
could go either way, because it doesn't look it doesn't look beyond hope, but it might be a long shot one way or the other.
Is there a SIM card in the type of phone that Cece had?
That's a good question.
You sort of like move it around, and you do find a slot for a SIM card.
Is the SIM card inside of it, or was she like, nah, I won't bother getting one? I'll just jailbreak this thing.
You do so it appear to be a SIM card.
Yay! So Yvaina's gonna pop out that SIM card.
All right.
Then, because that we could potentially pull information from that if it's damaged.
Yep. You pop it out, and you think it might be
crumbles to dust in my hand.
No, it doesn't crumble to dust in your hand. You notice that there may be like a slight amount of damage to it, but for the most part, it looks intact.
Okay. She'll like carefully kind of wrap it in like a tissue or something and put it in her bag and say, with luck, perhaps it's not damaged too badly and we can pull something from it. Doesn't hurt to try.
Yeah.
I might still be able to get stuff from the phone, because the memory might be intact.
Sure. She'll wrap up the phone then too. What about the keys? Should we... I mean, I would assume that these are keys to her place. Do you think it would be beneficial to see if we can find her home and do a little digging? Or is that in poor taste?
I don't know.
She kind of grimaces.
I mean, she's not going back there, so...
She's not using it. So.
Yeah.
Well, it is an investigation, and what's on the keys? How many keys are there?
It appears that there's 4 keys on there, one of which is a car key.
That's such a fair amount of keys, so much to carry around.
Do we know what kind of key, or what kind of key? Haha. Sorry. Vane will look at Rick and say, "Do we know what kind of car Cece drove?"
I think it was a Camry.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the color?
Like dark blue.
Maybe we can find her car at her house, go through that, and maybe anything she might have hid away, possibly.
One of those is for my office, and he points out which one it is to you all.
Do you
The
want
other
that?
I should probably take that back, yes. The other 2 are just guesses. I know she was talking about renting out a room at a motel. That may be one of the ones that are on there. One of those is more than likely also the Fulton Heights house where the other Duskborn are staying. Though
that could be useful. So how many motels still use keys?
Sleazy ones.
And he sort of just like gestures approvingly to Ephraim.
Should we... Here's a thought. Before we dive right into investigating all the places these keys may lead us, should we maybe copy what we do have? Like make a copy of the keys in case one of us is accosted or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Just throwing out scenarios here.
I think that'd be wise.
Yeah, I'm sure I've got the equipment for that at my house.
There you go.
Okay. Wait, did you just... I'm sorry. I feel like I missed it. Did you say... Did Whisper say he could make a copy of the keys at his house?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wild! Okay.
I just think that's the kind of equipment he would have. Like,
Zane's just gonna kind of look at Whisper like, alright. Just kind of hand them over to him.
Thank you.
Get you a new passport, too.
Yeah.
So then what should we do first?
Do we know where she stayed? Because there might be something there.
I don't know.
I mean, we could
I think
probably...
the easiest thing would be to check out the hotel first.
Yeah, we could
The
probably
house-
narrow it down to something that's pretty easy to get to this location from.
The house I would leave to our resident cat burglar here.
Well, I would also say I'm not sure if it's a good idea for us to split into groups to figure things out, especially if Marcus has a way to seriously harm even us.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Yeah, I'm not sure if he would risk actually attacking a
No.
vampire, but I wouldn't want to find out the hard way.
Right.
I mean, he attacked Delilah,
Yep.
so apparently has no qualms about doing so. Now, I will say, maybe, I don't know who all among us are the stealthiest. I mean, my thoughts would be probably Whisper and Delilah, just right off the bat.
But Marcus
like,
did see me when I was trailing him.
Yeah.
well, I mean, That's fair. I was about to say, oh, that's just because we just gotta get you a better roll this time. that would be, but Yvain's not gonna say that. The people in the sky told me you need to roll more. Roll more successes. She'll just kind of nod, say, that is true. I'm just, well, then I still think it's probably better for us to work as our full group versus trying to run off in different directions.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
All right, let's do it.
So, like I said, Rick, do you know where she was staying?
It was like some. I think she was talking about checking out a room at a really crappy Motel 6.
Oh, wow.
I thought you said something gardens or something.
Something garden, Madison
Something
Square
Gardens.
Garden.
I could have sworn you said something about. Okay.
I don't know.
The player's delirious from heat. Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
All right.
So we're
Also,
looking
this
for
is-
Motel Garden 6.
Motel Garden 6. Can we maybe... Rick, was Cece driving to this office, do you know? Or was she, like, on foot when she would show up?
Usually she was on foot. I think she usually preferred to park a few blocks down.
Okay. I feel we don't have much to go on, but I have to imagine that if she was working with us and she was trying to stay in contact with us, especially if anything happened at a moment's notice, surely she wouldn't stay at a motel like 30 miles out, right? So maybe we can just start with what is in this area and then kind of stretch our radius out a little bit more from there.
Yeah.
Maybe like within a 5-10 mile range.
That makes sense.
That sounds like a good starting point.
So, storyteller, if I pull out my cell phone, how many motels are there in the
immediate area?
In the immediate area.
Mm-hmm.
In Grand Rapids, I would have to feel like there's not that many motels.
No, I was definitely about to come up with some sort of arbitrary number because there's no way I was about to look that up.
You mean you haven't prepared for this?
Surprisingly, no, I'm not prepared
Describe
for
to me what the
everything.
walls look like.
Yes.
How long has it been opened?
Yes. How old is this motel? We'll say in a 10-mile radius, there's 3.
Oh. We could do all of those tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem is there a room number on the key?
Oh,
That's a good question.
point.
You take a look at the key and sort of like it looks like someone sort of like printed out on like a label maker and just like plastered it on the key. You see the number 217.
Mm. Whisper, how far do you live from here, if you're comfortable saying that? Because do you have time to go and make a copy of these first before we head out here?
Probably do have time. I mean, I have a car here, so it's not that far. Yeah. Okay, I'll quickly take them and make a copy. I won't be able to copy the car key. Is it like a really old car, or does it actually have is it actually a remote?
2008 Camry.
No, it's not like the keyless ones. It's like one of those ones that has like the key built into the actual device.
Okay. Yeah, so I might be able to do that as well. But...
I bet her car had the turny knob thing that you had to use to roll the window down.
With the crank windows.
The crank.
Oh my, yeah, that's possible.
It's not that old.
That would be older, yeah.
Vintage.
Vintage.
She was a vintage gal in her life/unlife.
Yeah.
She will be missed. All right. So then, shall we just Whisper? Do you want us to wait somewhere for you? Do you want us to just stay here until you're done, or do you want us to head in that direction but wait for you to get back before we head in?
Well, maybe let's. I mean, you guys can. Well, problem is that.
Or do you want us to come?
No, it's fine. You will meet up and you can check out the hotels. Out of those 3 hotels that are there, how many of them actually have room 217? Well, how many of them are 2 stories or more?
That's smart.
At a more cursory look at the motels that you freeze up. Oh,
A little bit.
Couldn't handle the good idea you just had.
Mind blown.
it was too good to be true. It was too good to be true. Any more cursory glance, you notice that only 2 of the 3 have 2 floors.
Okay, that narrows down even more.
Yes, love that. Other thought. Is there a possibility that Marcus could have had people trailing us at any point if he suspects any of us?
That's a good point. But...
It's unfortunately not out of the question.
I do think, Pawunk, it's been like 2 nights because I'm not sure how. Marcus doesn't. Well, we don't know how much manpower he has. What we've seen, there's about 3 or 4 people that are in the house. So trying to follow 4 people with 4 people is difficult. So unless he has extra people that we don't know about, I think it'll be very hard for him to track all 4 of us because for what we've seen, he doesn't have the manpower.
I was just wondering if it would be a better idea to at least kind of, use like the buddy system or something. But it's probably fine. I think I'm just being kind of paranoid at this point.
I think so.
Yeah. He's terrible. But...
Well, I'm going to head to my house. I'll watch out for tails on the way, just in case.
He's already gotten in our head. It's time to turn the tables on him.
Listen, 101 ways to die again. That's what's running through her head. Right?
Oh, wow.
And Rick will sort of turn to Whisper and just say, are you comfortable going by yourself, or would you rather one of us go with you?
No, that's fine. I think I'm fine by myself. But I'll make sure nobody follows me. What time is it now anyway?
At this point, probably little after midnight.
Yeah, Tuesday after midnight. It's going to be very hard to follow somebody without being spotted.
Yvain raises her hand.
Yvain.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, Whisper, but I also, even though I did just previously say I think I'm being paranoid, He does know about this office. At least they must know because they dropped off Cece's body here, which means that you could be trailed going back to your home. So maybe
Except you're
it
not
would
at the
be
office.
better. But what I'm just saying, if a fight was to happen, it might be better to have someone else with you.
Well, first of all, we're not actually at the office at the moment. Aren't we still at the church? And
Yes, you're still at the diocese.
Oh, I forgot that we were at the diocese. I've been picturing the scene wrong in my head this whole
It's
time.
okay. It's okay.
Never
It's all
mind.
right.
Rewind.
It's like, let me retcon that real
She's like,
quick.
Mhm.
whisper, go forth and prosper.
I will still be paranoid, but now less so.
Mhm.
Anyway, well, actually wait for about half an hour before going anywhere, because if I see anybody trailing me, I'll just do a big circle and come back here. So
Okay.
Page us if you need us.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll drop off, and I'll also I'll watch out for a tail.
All right. Roll me a wits awareness test.
Can I use my heightened senses?
Yep. So add your aspects to that also.
Yeah, I almost forgot to roll my blood die. 2 successes.
2 successes. Like you said, it's a little after midnight. Kind of easy to notice if anybody's following you at this time of night. And currently, it doesn't really seem like anybody's deliberately following you. Every once in a while, you'll have someone going in the same direction as you, but it doesn't. They always eventually peel off, and you don't feel like you're being stalked by them.
Okay. I also don't drive directly home. I kind of take a couple of random turns, and just in case.
All right, sounds
Okay.
good.
Go home, make a copy of the keys. Don't suppose I need to roll for that. It's like a fairly routine task.
I will have you roll for that.
So I have to have
But since this is something that you are at least accustomed to doing, the difficulty will be lower than it would be for somebody else.
Okay, so what is it?
We'll do Dex plus Craft.
X plus craft. Oh man.
Yep.
I was hoping it was technology because I don't have any craft.
Our first craft roll.
Yeah.
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay, you managed to copy the motel key and the unknown key, but you did not manage to copy the car key.
Yeah, those are normally more complicated. It's
But,
kind of hard to drive off to the house.
yeah, but soon enough, you have 2 copies of these keys.
Okay, excellent. I head back. Once again, I check for. When I come out, I check for anybody watching the place and that kind of thing.
All right, make me another wits awareness check.
I'm probably just wasting the time with this, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. So
No, don't see anybody scoping your place out.
okay, drive back. Well, we've arranged a meeting point somewhere near one of the hotels, so we meet there at the nearby Denny's.
Yeah. So after about 30 minutes, you hear sort of like the all clear from Whisper that he wasn't being followed, and you all make your way out, and Rick turns back to the man who did the autopsy and said, "Thank you, Hassan. I hope you don't need to get involved with this any further." And he says, "For your sake, I hope so also." And you all take your leave while Hassan stays behind with the body.
Just can I read a question with Hassan? Is there a way to do drug test for vampire bodies.
A drug test for vampire bodies.
That's interesting.
Well, because we're dealing with basically vampire drugs, so it makes sense
Sure.
to check for them if we actually can.
Ooh, actually, not a bad idea.
Get it if you found the right person, which Hassan may or may not be the right person. I'd say it's possible.
Quickly, who do we know is a toxicologist? So,
Random toxicologist roll.
not a bad idea, though.
Might be a little more difficult since she is a slightly decayed and charred corpse, but
She's not exsanguinated, is she?
yes, it could be.
That's actually a good question.
That's a good question that I haven't really put thought into, but
That's our job.
I would assume I would assume after a kindred dies, they sort of shrivel up and lose all the fluid in their body. Is
Okay.
how I usually imagine it.
Okay.
Okay, so we don't know.
So let it be written. So, okay.
Yeah.
Now, has he established a cause of death?
Burning.
Flames. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting actually, because it's a butter known for their love of diablerie, so I'm kind of surprised they didn't do that. Okay, well.
All right,
let's take
so
over the two hotels.
Yep. So all of you reconvene at the local Denny's real quick, and then head
Yep.
off to the first motel.
Right. Yeah.
Gotta get a nutritious meal first before we go
Oh,
sleuthing. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give the key copies to Elaine. That's a good idea.
well, who's
She adds them to her purse of many things.
who would be the least conspicuous to approach the room?
That's probably me.
Probably.
I
Yeah.
nominate Whisper,
Okay.
Thanks.
and I'll stay in the parking lot and is it one of those like you take the stair? It's like all outside. The stairs are outside.
Yes.
Okay. Then I'll keep an eye on the stairs.
Is Rick with us?
Rick is with you. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Do we want to do 3 people going to the room and 2 people keeping watch?
Sounds fair.
No.
And we'll make a bird noise if somebody's coming. So.
Yes, that.
I don't know how to do that, but sure.
I'm sure he doesn't know how to do that either.
I can also just scream help really loud.
Just be extremely conspicuous about it. I have
course,
explored
yes.
into the point.
Wow. Yep.
All right, who wants to go in?
Well,
I'll go. I mean, we shouldn't go in alone, so I'll go with.
Okay. Rick, do you want to come with us to see this? Well, we might not even be the right place.
I'll go with you. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's go to room 217 and try the key. That's probably
Okay.
the easiest.
Have fun.
Yay.
Be safe.
Yep.
Can I make a roll like as they're going up to see if I see anybody like in the parking lot who might be
Possible.
watching or?
Is there a Toyota Camry in the parking lot, first of all?
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Oh,
Oh.
And also, yes, Ephraim, you can make a roll.
What would that be? Am I looking for like wits and awareness or?
Yep.
Okay.
The types of rolls I get most in my games, apparently.
Yeah.
Two successes.
2 successes.
Anyone seem to be paying attention to us?
You get like a couple cursory glances from people like going about their business, but nobody's like lingering or watching you attentively or anything.
Okay. All right. After midnight on a Tuesday night, nobody's up to any good. So okay. Yeah, he's just gonna kind of post up, kind of near the stairs, so he can kind of keep an eye, like, around that area, and he's just gonna be sitting there kind of just pretending like he's looking at his phone, which he really is looking at his phone.
Scrolling
Very
social
convincing.
media.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Mhm.
So,
Evan's just gonna kind of like try to disappear into the shadows, not in the kindred way, in a
Let me hide
Yeah.
behind a bush real quick kind
Yeah.
of way.
Hey,
Yeah.
100%.
hmm
Okay. Make me a Dex stealth roll.
I don't know if I'm good with those at all.
Well, you're about to find out.
Right?
The dice will tell you.
And we said stealth.
That is what I said.
Whew. All right. Okay. I got an 8 and a 5, so I believe that's only one success.
That is 1 success. You don't know how confident you feel in your hiding in your hiding skills, but honestly, your anxiety doesn't really care right now. You're covered up, and that's all that matters.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
She's perfectly disguised as a person who's hiding behind a bush.
Yes.
Yeah.
I honestly think that her doing this in a very normal way actually makes it less conspicuous. I don't know. It's like it's too obvious. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. All
Um,
right.
let's check the car first.
Okay.
Is it the right car?
It is a dark blue Camry.
Well, I actually walk up to it to try to just try the key.
All right. It unlocks.
Oh.
It's
Neat.
the right car and the right place then.
Yeah.
Kind of go ahead and sit to it and kind of just casually look through it. Is there anything in the car that's notable?
Make me a wits investigation check.
Yes, I'm good at.
Hmm.
Right, 1, 2 too many dice. 4 successes.
4 successes.
Yeah.
You do manage to most of which it's sort of just like random, assorted crap that you would just like find in anybody's car. Everyone sort of has that, how everyone sort of has that, like unique messy / cleanliness going on with their cars. But you do manage to find a sheet of paper that has that looks like it's been deliberately wedged sort of like in that like crevice between the back and seat of the driver's seat.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What's in it?
You pull the paper out, it's folded up, and you unfold it, and it appears to be a blank piece of paper.
Okay.
What was in it originally?
It just looks like a folded up piece of paper.
Okay.
Is what it looks like.
Folded in half, or?
Yeah, like
Made
folded
for-
hamburger style, yeah.
Oh, weird.
I was actually thinking.
I need lemon juice.
That is weird.
It's like,
Check
I
the
need
trunk.
lemon juice and milk and a black light.
Yep.
Check the boot.
Check the
Oh,
boot. All right. You walk over, pop it open, and you find what appears to be like a tire iron, a flashlight, an umbrella. All fairly mundane looking stuff. But you do find a tiny baggie with these like round red looking pills.
Okay, I think this might be some of their product.
could be. Could be.
Okay, well, let's take that. And what do you make of this piece of paper? It looks like it was deliberately hidden.
I might be able to decipher it, but I'll need some things.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take that and put it in a pocket and figure it out later.
All right, sounds good. So you stow the piece of paper away.
Rick, do you know what these might be? The pills? So we don't actually know what those drugs look like that they make.
Sort of like takes the baggie from you and sort of like gives it like a once over. This might be that L stuff that keeps getting mentioned. No, it's not Relaxol. That was white, if you'll remember correctly, Tom.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
this might be that L stuff that keeps getting mentioned.
might be, or might be one of their other products. But well, now we've got some. Not sure what we're going to do with it, but I suppose you have access to a chemistry lab. Or vampire.
I know some people who do.
Okay. Would you trust them to look at this?
Yes, I would.
Actually, L is not such a big deal because I'm pretty sure everyone kind of knows about it. So
It's pretty street level from
yeah.
what I've heard.
Mhm.
Eric sort of just stows the baggie away in his pocket.
Okay, well, I guess we're at the right place.
Yeah.
Looks that
Yeah.
way.
Okay. Do we have a key to this room or no?
We do.
We do. Okay. Let's go see what's there. I don't know how long she's been charred, but it could be someone else in that room, you know?
Well, it's been less than a day so far.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think we would have charged her and kept her for a while, then brought her out. Because it just seems.
Yeah, that's probably true. Okay. Let's go check it out.
So if it's the room's rented out by somebody else, then I would have some serious questions as to how this business operates. But let's go on.
Yeah, all right, let's do it. Go back up the stairs to the room.
Go up the stairs. You find room 217. Put the key in the lock, and it opens right up.
Okay.
You walk in, and it's a pretty bare bones room.
Does it smell like something was burnt in here recently?
It does not. No.
There would be marks everywhere if that were the case.
Yes. You do not smell charred flesh, and you do not see like scorch marks on the carpet or walls or anything like that.
Okay.
It's pretty bare bones in here. Yeah, there's only like a few additions. It more or less looks like she's been living out of like a duffel bag. And so there's like a few like odd garments and knickknacks sort of throughout the room that belong to her, but for the most part, it's just like the motel standard going on.
Well, I guess I just search this place to see if there's anything Any records?
Right. I'm gonna look through the clothing and see if there's like anything important in a pocket or something.
All right. Make me a wits investigation check.
Okay.
Check.
I think
Yeah,
I did
kind
it
of actually-
backwards. Hold on.
Yeah.
So wits and investigation?
Yep.
Investigation and wits. In this case.
Backwards. Okay.
Yes, in this
Okay.
case.
All right. Let me see if I can read that. Oh, what was that? Okay. Let me try this again. Dyslexia is no fun, I'm telling you. Let's see. Investigation and wits. Yes?
Yep.
Okay. Rolling some dice. I don't know what that came out to.
Go to 3 successes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Sort of like sifting through the clothing and you sort of like moving her clothes aside, and you see sort of like buried at the bottom of her duffel bag under a bunch of clothes that have sort of just been like wadded up in there. You find a small like dark blue journal.
Oh,
Mhm.
I'm gonna pull that out. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Found a journal.
That's really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna open it and see how was it a well-used one, or she just picked it up somewhere recently, or whatever.
The earliest entry looks like it's from a couple months ago.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I can piece through this and see what happened in the meantime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to look around the room and check the usual hiding spots, like under the bed, but between the mattress, at the back of the what do you call it, the toilet, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, go
Where
ahead.
people hide stuff that don't want other people to find.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Bottom of the drawer.
All right, you also make me a wits investigation roll.
I think I'll figure out how to power play Aloysius's game.
Well, surprisingly, when you're deliberately looking around for things, you can only roll so many things unless you get real creative with it.
One success.
One success.
Okay.
You're using your like thief mind and thinking like a mastermind, being like, all right, well, if she was gonna hide anything, it would be here, 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 and so you like rummage through all the normal hiding spots that you yourself would contemplate using in a situation like this, and unfortunately do not uncover anything.
Okay. Well, I don't think there's anything else in here except that. What's the last entry?
I flip through. What do I see as the last entry?
The last entry was dated.
Oh no, I paid burned to death.
If it's all just burned to a crisp. You flip to the most recent entry, and it's from last.
Oh, we'll get there.
Gotta leave you in suspense. I gotta. The most recent entry is dated from last night.
Last night. Okay, so what does it say?
It's a relatively short statement, confession, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever it is, yeah.
That says, got a text from Marcus. I know I shouldn't be talking to him, but if I'm going to do this whole undercover thing, then I probably should be talking to him. I'm really conflicted right now. He wants to meet up. I said, okay. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I read that to Whisper.
Oh. I guess you shouldn't have met up with him.
Yeah.
I guess not.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hang on to this for now. See what else we can learn.
Yeah.
She obviously knew him, but
Yeah,
I don't
she
know.
did.
I'll go through it.
No, well, we know that she knew him. Actually, she never mentioned him when we spoke to her, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because she didn't know who. Yeah. So I hope we can recover the phone because we might be able to get GPS data from it.
Oh, yeah. Let's look through. Let's try to find a phone.
There might be another one, but we haven't found one. So the only one we have is like half melted. So it's,
that
assuming
one
it doesn't turn on at the moment.
probably doesn't. Probably does not.
No, you tried, and it was not turning on. No.
Okay.
So it gets wet. You put in rice. What do you do to it sets on fire?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes if you I don't know, if it's not melted, I could probably fix it, maybe.
Okay. Okay, do you know how to recover this? Because I think you need to fix it, just
yeah.
get to the date on it.
Delilah's got 3 dots in technology, so it might work.
Yeah.
But,
I also have 3 dots in the order. So.
Excellent.
Dynamic duo right
yes.
here.
Yeah. We can try to find it. Like if I were, oh gosh, she was young. I would guess she would put it somewhere. Maybe, I don't know. Is there like a nightstand with a drawer in it? Maybe it's just sitting there.
Yeah, there's a nightstand with a drawer.
Okay, I'm gonna go open it up and see if there's anything in there.
Drawer just appears empty.
Okay, well, maybe she didn't bring her phone.
Well,
they had the phone, so yeah.
Yeah, we have the phone, so then maybe she probably didn't have another one.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I don't know. If it's not melted badly, I could probably fix it. I can try.
Okay, well, then maybe we can, because we can get the GPS data, then we can find out where she was.
Right. Yeah, I can get on that. Okay.
Okay.
All right, sounds good. Well, while you guys are wrapping up in there, Ephraim, Evane, how's it going in the parking lot?
I think that Evane's gonna, even though she's kind of like hiding behind this bush, she's gonna still try and like keep an eye on the parking lot, or surrounding entrance roads for any lingering people who have maybe circled back, or wandering around that she's seen in the past. I don't know how long this is taking them, but
it's really not that long.
No, it's not taking the longest it possibly could have, seeing as the room itself is relatively bare bones, but they were trying to be as thorough as possible.
Same kind of thing. He's still kind of glancing every now and then, looking around, see if he sees anybody like heading towards the stairs or really kind of looking like they're going towards a room.
All right. You don't really see anybody heading towards the room or going in that general direction. Occasionally you see the odd person sort of step out of their room to get something or head out, but you don't see anybody like deliberately heading towards the room that they're currently in.
Okay. He just stays put then.
Sounds good.
Van's just gonna whisper from behind the bush, "I want to go home."
Oh.
This is not very pleasant.
Good stuff. All right, so do the 3 of you reconvene with Ephraim and Evane in the parking lot? All right.
Yep. Found some stuff.
Okay.
You'll just see Vane kind of like crawl out from
like Arnie crawl along the
skirt getting like caught on the like scraggly branches of the bush, covered in dirt. Now, like,
What were you doing down there?
hiding.
Okay.
Were we not supposed to be stealthy?
I mean, but I feel like they're.
She's just staring at Rick as if what she's done is like the most normal thing in the world. And I think that it's very clear that no matter what he says, she's still gonna believe. Like, she's not gonna understand that what she did was weird.
All right.
I don't see her still being like without an all fours.
She's Delulu.
I mean, fair enough.
So, did you find anything?
We did, yeah. There's a journal, a bunch of clothing that she's probably not. I mean, we can leave that. And the car had a note, right? Only it was invisible ink
Potentially.
or something. Yeah. I think that's what we've found so far.
Invisible ink.
Yeah, could be
Is that really a thing?
I don't
This is
know.
what I'm asking, like, really?
I mean, I'll figure it out.
Might be UV ink. That's fairly common.
Okay.
I suppose anybody has a black light on them.
No, but I can get one, I'm sure.
Can I check my purse?
Maybe you have one. Oh my gosh, do it. Yeah, do it.
Sure. Roll me a D10 to determine if you have a black light in your purse or not.
Basically a luck roll.
Okay. Let's see. Roll 1d10. I got a 5. I don't think I found
A
it.
5. Unfortunately,
There's
despite
just too much
having
stuff in your
many,
purse.
despite having many things in your purse, a black light is unfortunately not one of them.
She pulls out a
He has a
flashlight.
black light, but with no batteries.
Oh,
She's
that'd
like,
be
oh,
even-
I
yeah,
have the
that'd be even more
batteries for
tragic.
a black light, but I forgot to buy the black light. Silly.
okay. No worries. I can probably pick one up.
They're not that hard to find.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, we should go.
Agreed.
Mhm. Yeah. All right.
I mean, where are we going now?
Yeah, I was
We're
to say
going to
where
go
to
to
now,
Portland?
gang.
Diablo, so we can go there or just.
We could do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I gotta check in on the club. So
Yeah. All right, well, we'll go there.
Good a place as any, then.
Mhm.
Okay.
go to the private booth again. And,
In the VIP lounge.
Right.
VIP,
Right.
yeah.
Mhm.
So we have to like text to each other because we can't hear.
Right. Pagers are for.
So
Or you just handwrite notes.
yeah, or something. Yeah, it's just
Passing
ridiculous.
notes back and forth.
can't-
Oh my
you-
gosh.
you
This is
can't
not
hear
high
anything.
school, you know? I mean,
So we know that she was gonna meet with Marcus.
yes.
Foolish, truly.
Yes.
So she blew her own away.
Yeah.
Weird question,
Hmm.
and this is more Tom than Ephraim.
Okay.
Do we know if it was her handwriting on that last entry?
Oh,
If we flip through the book and compared at a quick glance,
Yeah.
What was the last entry again?
The last entry was from last night or yesterday.
yesterday. Hmm.
So who has graphology as a skill?
Yeah, but at a glance, the handwriting seems consistent with
Okay.
the rest of the.
all right. I would be kicking myself later
If you didn't ask.
if I didn't ask that. So yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
but
So can we check that note under a black light?
Do we have one?
I wonder if the
There
club
probably is one at the club.
The club might have.
the club might
yeah.
have like a black light, they shine on the walls. and
Yeah.
things like
That
that.
would be interesting to.
I'd say
Maybe.
that's not out of the question.
Yeah. Let's try
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah. So we'll head over to one that's like shining on the wall or something like
Mhm.
that, and whoever wants to hold up the note.
I'll hold it up. I'm pretty
Okay.
tall. Stick it on there. Uh-huh.
All right. You sort of like bring the note towards a black light, and a message does appear.
Yay.
Oh, good.
It's a relatively short note. It just says, Alyssa is having doubts. Use her.
This is having doubts. Use her.
Is Alyssa the one that was dealing?
Alyssa is
Yeah.
the one who was making the product.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who
Okay.
was supposedly like under Marcus's wing.
Okay.
Okay.
Very important question. Is the handwriting on the note the same as in the diary?
Good question. I pull it out of my pocket, flip through,
Just
take a look.
now, that's a note that Marcus had for.
Yep, you compare the two, and the one on the piece of paper does appear a bit more hastily written, but the
Right.
handwriting still seems
It's the
fairly
same.
consistent.
She does it. She has a misspelling in one of those words, and it seems to be consistent. So yeah.
Is she writing a note then to who's she writing it to? Because she's writing it about Alyssa.
Yeah. It was in the car, like in the seat, kind of.
I don't know if she's writing that to Marcus or
Well, he never got it.
well, did he see it?
I don't know.
But I don't know.
Is it possible that she would have left that for us?
Not a bad idea.
That could be.
Well, the thing is, also, obviously, she went to see Marcus somewhere very near the hotel.
Yeah.
Because the car was still in the parking lot.
Car's still there. Mm-hmm.
Unless somebody drove it back, I guess, but the key was with her, so that would be.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the other weird question is, did we come across the pen that was used to write this?
I don't know.
Do you remember seeing a UV pen in the room? Or in
A
the car?
UV pen? I don't remember seeing that. No.
Obviously, she wrote it with something, so.
Yeah. I don't know. All we have
Was
is.
there a pen in the box of her effects?
Not that you could see.
But I like the idea of that she's leaving a note for someone else to find.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if she found out some information about Alyssa that would be helpful for what we were trying to do, but then she decided to meet with Marcus and things went south. I don't know if that is. I don't know if that's right, but
She definitely left a note.
yeah, it doesn't make. It just seems weird that she would so hastily write something like that if it was like for herself. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like making a note for later.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, maybe she was having anxiety about Marcus, which is reasonable. He's terrible. So
It is reasonable, but like Yvain says, highly unlikely that she would write it for herself. And if for whatever reason it was for Marcus and she was meeting Marcus, why would she not just tell him that?
Exactly. Maybe she was afraid to tell him something, but yeah.
So do we got to try to round up Alyssa before she gets taken out?
I think maybe that might be it. Because the only thing that makes sense to be, if it was something left for us, and Alyssa's having doubts, maybe that means we can use her to get closer to the center of all of this, essentially.
Yeah.
That's our end.
Yeah. I agree.
We should. So maybe we should wait until Marcus is not at the house and they contact with her. Have I seen Alyssa on any of the Do we have a description for Lisa? Do we know what she looks like?
You've seen a picture of her, and she appears to be sort of like a middle-aged woman with like long wavy hair. And you've seen her every once in a while answering the door and sort of like letting people into the house. It appears that she does not leave the house very often. Every once in a while, you'll catch her coming and going, but most of the time it appears to be the others who are in the house who are doing the running out.
I think we got to get to her.
Yep.
Before she gets burned up.
I don't think it's going to happen very easily because I think Marcus is using her to manufacture the drugs which he's using for something else.
Right.
If he gets rid of her, then he'll have to find somebody else to manufacture him.
And I have to imagine if she's having doubts, it must be because it has to be more than just run-of-the-mill drugs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I
Because
think so.
why now?
Yeah.
Do we know the days from the camera footage that seems that she leaves the house, or is it just kind of random?
If you sort of just like scrub through the footage, you notice that when she has left, it's typically on a Friday. But she doesn't leave every Friday.
Okay.
All right.
How much of this footage do we have?
You have a couple weeks worth.
Yeah.
Okay. Like up to the current week or no?
Up to like now. Like if Whisper wants, he's able to like pull up.
Did she go out last Friday?
Did she go last Friday?
Looking at the footage, it appears that she did go out last Friday. Yes.
Okay. Has she ever gone out 2 Fridays in a row? If we have a couple weeks or a few weeks.
Over the couple week comparison, sort of just checking the Fridays. Yeah, exactly. She goes out for happy hour. I'm sort of like checking what weeks you have to go off of. She has gone out like 2 Fridays in a row before.
Okay.
Wonder what she was out to gather.
Yeah. Well, if we wait until this Friday, that we still have to just give Marcus 4 days to do whatever he's up to, or we can just wait for a time he's out and then go and see her at the house.
She may have been going out to see Marcus to get supplies.
Could be.
Because that's kind of who was I think getting her supplies to make stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Are there? Yeah. What days does it seem like Marcus is not around at the house?
Going off of the past few weeks of footage, he kind of just like comes and goes sporadically as he wants. But for the past several days, he has barely left the house.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's turtling.
All right.
I should have got his number. I'm sorry.
It's probably best you don't have it.
I mean, he has mine.
Okay.
Well, he may.
Well, maybe
then-
if he
and
calls,
then
then I can let you know, and then you can go to the house when he's gone.
it's
could
certainly
die.
good to have. It's certainly good to have
die.
at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
I could
He may
definitely die.
get in touch with you. I suppose we'll find out. Regardless of whether that happens or not, I think we're all in consensus that we need to get in touch with Alyssa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
But how? You
I
gonna
think we gotta
sneak in?
just show up.
Just show up.
Well,
But if he's not left for the last several days, then Marcus will likely be there, right?
That would be a problem for me.
I
I
will.
don't want to see him ever again.
yes, I think if really our only options are we either wait for Alyssa to leave and tail her to where we can talk to her privately,
Mm-hmm.
wait for Marcus to leave and talk to Alyssa at the house, or sneak into the house
Mm.
are the options I'm seeing before me. If anyone else has any suggestions, I am open.
Even though I
Surveillance
absolutely hate the idea, I feel like it's almost a better idea to either sneak into the house when Marcus is gone, or sneak into the house, or go to the house when Marcus is gone, because I have to imagine he's staying at the house so much because of Alyssa, and that he knows that something's kind of closing in around them right now. And I can't imagine he's going to be letting her out of his sight fully.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they get deliveries at the house?
Sorry, I missed that. What?
Sorry, do they get any deliveries at the house?
Well, that's a good idea to ask.
Yeah, you've seen people with deliveries show up every once in a while.
Do they
That's not what-
DoorDash?
Who picks them up?
Who picks them up? It appears to usually be a sort of like younger, skinny bean looking man who usually like scoops them up real quick and brings them into the house.
Mm-hmm. What do we send Alyssa's cell phone?
Do you have the number?
We send her cell phone. We'll have the number.
Oh, well, yeah.
Then we can contact her without.
I guess.
So you're gonna just mail her a new phone? And
Oh,
just a little inside says "Open me." So.
Yeah, I'm just worried that if Marcus sees it first.
Oh, could be bad, yeah.
What kind of thing gets delivered? Do we see, or is it just boxes that can't identify?
It's usually just boxes from various carriers.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking if we can get a listening device in there, then that might help us a lot. Basically, a delivery or something with the listening device in there, and just leave it. I'm not sure that we.
How would we do that, though?
Yeah, Ephraim's like, yeah, you're kind of losing me, bro. I don't.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work.
Well, that's what I'm asking. If we can figure out what they have delivered, just have one of that brought in, because several people are in the house, which means that things get misplaced. Just put the small listening device in the box on with something else that they'll actually keep.
This spy shit's beyond me, man. I think we just want to watch the house and just see if we can just when one of them leaves.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, like, do they have deliveries, like, food-wise? I mean, do Thin Bloods still eat regular food?
I don't know.
Do they have the food deliveries?
Do Thin Bloods
Rick,
use
do you
DoorDash?
know? Yeah. I mean, if they do get delivery of food,
What else?
we could
DoorDash driver.
We could just pose as a DoorDasher. We could take the food that's being delivered and deliver it ourselves.
Just
I will say that Whisper has on the surveillance. He has on 2 occasions seen a DoorDasher come to the house.
Yes! I knew it. You cannot resist the allure of DoorDash. We are not sponsored, but we could be.
DoorDash sponsor us.
Yep.
I can do it. Ephraim says, "I'm very charismatic."
Yes,
But what if
okay.
Marcus answers the door? He's seen you before.
Then I'm here for round 2.
Won't you wonder why you
Okay.
know that he's at that house?
Yeah.
It's only one way to find out.
Okay. Well,
Oh, no.
Good. Remember, he's a Malkavian, so
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
He's gonna-
okay,
he's going to take the crazy approach.
Okay.
Why not?
I'm going to preface this by saying I really have absolutely no desire to do this whatsoever, but I will logically say that I like this as I am right now. I'm probably the only one that Marcus hasn't seen because I looked very different the last time we all met.
Oh, that's right.
That's true.
That is, well, I wasn't there, so I actually can't comment on that.
Well, Delilah also has been. You've been wearing a mask the whole time.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
She was wearing a mask the whole time, but also she has fungus growing across her face.
She has, like a little line of fungus, like right there.
I don't think anybody who has fungus going on the face.
All right, you convinced me. I think Yvain should go.
Is that something you're up for?
Is this the storyteller asking or is this Rick asking?
This is Rick asking Yvain.
Vane's gonna look at Rick and he sees the sadness of 1,000 puppies, but she just says, "It's fine. I'll do it."
All right. Well, it sounds like we have our insane game plan.
Yes.
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
And that's where we'll stop.
Okay.
I'm so curious. Like, surely somewhere out there, someone else has gone, "I'm gonna make my kindred disguise themselves as a DoorDasher." Like, surely.
Why not?
Surely it can't be an original concept. It must have happened before.
I bet. It's totally a great idea. That's funny.
Mhm.
Just even for the comedy of it. Wow, this is great.
Yeah. I mean, what's World of Darkness without horrible atrocities mixed with completely unironic comedy.
Off the wall insanity.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
off the wall insanity.
A title for next week: 30 minutes or less. So.
Mm.
That is a
Sounds
pretty good.
good.
That is a pretty good
That's
one. I think we
really
found
good.
it in
I like
next week's
that.
title. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I'll write it down.
Okay, yeah, write it down. All right.
Okay.
Well, thanks everybody for watching.
Yes, thank
we
you.
appreciate it. If you're new here and it's your first time here, please be sure to give the video a like and subscribe if you've enjoyed what you've seen. We'll go around to the plugs. We'll start with my friend Jen.
Yep. Hi, I'm Jen. I am the host of the Shattered Soulstone podcast. New episodes come out generally every Saturday, but sometimes they end up on Sundays as well. Not double, just sometimes I forget, but it's all about like the Diablo series of games and things like that, and you can find it at shatteredsoulstone.com.
Our storyteller, you have anything new since Wednesday?
Nope. You'll find me here again next week running more of this. And you'll find me on Wednesday running Simba Room, where the party just befriended a massive lindworm after freeing her from her prison.
That's awesome. I love that. Nanette, anything going on? You want to?
No, nothing to plug.
No. Tiara, anything? Anything going on?
No, I don't really have an exciting life.
Oh.
Oh, that's
No.
fine. I just like to just always check with folks, see if you have something you want to advertise. So
Yeah.
okay.
Just say a little prayer for me. We're going into fall rush, so that's it.
Oh.
That's my plug.
Alrighty.
That's my plug.
Yeah.
Send hopes and
Oh.
prayers.
Wow, yeah. I stayed the hell away from that when I was in college.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks again, everybody watching, and we will see you all next week.
Mhm.
Good evening.
Bye.
Good night.
Good
Bye.
night.